Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crunch Time. I'm your host, Josh Riley, and we are in the thick of the NBA playoffs, and they are shaping up to be a good one. We're just about to hit the conference finals, and first of all, I want to give a big shout out to my man Steph Curry. So congratulations on your second consecutive MVP award, and also the first player to win it unanimously, and that's huge. And that's definitely a big deal, no matter what LeBron has to say in regards to you can question what exactly a valuable player means. I mean, come on, dude. You said it yourself that was leading scorer in the league, led the league in steals, broke his own record for three-pointers, and he single-handedly changes how teams play him on defense anytime he's in the game. Like, he spreads the floor so crazily, and then his ability to be able to handle the ball as well as pass the ball. I mean, LeBron, you don't need to say all that other stuff. You gave the argument right there. You know, his numbers were phenomenal. And getting 73 wins on top of that. Just put the period at the end of that sentence. Don't need to be no buts after that. Come on, man. You're better than that at this point. You got your 4 MVP awards. Just sit down and focus on trying to win this next series, alright? Okay. Now that little mini rant is done, these playoffs have definitely been something exciting to watch. One big surprise is in the Thunder Spurs series. Spurs lost. Yeah, 4 games to 2. And so the Thunder move on to play Golden State. Two things. Number one, I'm actually happy that the Spurs lost because I would rather Golden State plays OKC because they play a similar style of game that the Warriors do as far as up tempo, not to shoot a lot of outside shots. The problem is nobody is better at doing that than the Warriors. I mean, you saw Portland try to play that similar type of game, and we all know what the result of that was, which remind me to come back to that in a second. But the other thing is, now that the Spurs have lost, what's next for Tim Duncan? Like, is he going to finally retire? I mean, the dude is 40 years old. He is graying at a rapid pace, and people are wondering, like, is this really it for him? Me personally, I think he should. I mean, no player wants to go out like that, but I mean, look at Kobe's situation and the team that he was on when he retired. It was like, when you know, you know. And I feel like for Tim Duncan, he is not. He should retire now. I mean, there's some people that think he might have a year or two left in him, but he's gotten to the point where he's, barely playing, and when he does play, he doesn't play many minutes, and he's not, the force and the contribution that he used to be. And another person that a lot of people aren't talking about is Manu Ginobili. Like, what about him? He's getting up there in age too, and he plays a lot of more active athletic position. So, is he going to come back next year? We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, they revamped and retooled the Spurs team and tried to get them a little younger and get successors in place and everything. But, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what the future holds? Now to get back to that Portland Warriors series. Who was completely blown up in that series was my man Damian Lillard. Now, after watching that, it really made me question the sanity of the people that selected the All-Star reserves. He didn't get selected at all. And this was strange because he put up the best numbers of his career so far. He did this for a team that lost 4 of his 5 starters from last year, pretty much just gutted the whole team. A lot of people had them as being one of the worst teams in the league, definitely being a lottery team, myself included. But not only were they not doing that, they ended up making the playoffs and making the 5th seed in those playoffs, as well as beating the Clippers in the first round, so winning a playoff series, and giving the Warriors everything they could handle in the second round. I mean, come on, what does a guy have to do to get some freaking recognition around here? Y'all can't be sleeping on Dame Lillard no more. He's for real, people, and y'all better start paying attention. Now's the time to do it. So, going forward, though, I'm definitely looking forward to what's going to happen with the Warriors and Thunder. I'm very excited for that series. And then in the East, I forgot about the lowly East. No disrespect, mostly, but we got the Cavaliers waiting. They haven't lost, a game yet in this playoffs. Two rounds, 2 sweeps. They're waiting to see who their opponent will be between the Raptors and the Heat, which is going to be going to Game 7. Now, the Cavs have definitely looked very scary. They're completely healthy. They got Kevin Love and Kyrie back healthy. And they shot lights out in that series against Atlanta. I mean, they looked like they were the Warriors going undercover in the East or something. But we all know that that's not going to happen again in the next series. So it'd be interesting to see, how they're going to improve on their play going forward. And personally, I hope that it's the Heat that win Game 7, so they can play the Cavs. Just because I'd love to see D Wade and LeBron go at it and go head to head. I don't really care who wins, but if I had to choose one, it would be them, mainly for that reason. Sorry to say though, it's gonna be the same storyline once the finals hit. It's gonna be a rematch of last year, Cavs Warriors. Except the Cavs are gonna be healthy this year, which is gonna make for a whole new interesting storyline and dynamic. But the Warriors are gonna take it again. They are. I mean, they're the deepest team in the league. They have the best player in the league by far at this point. It's really not even that close. They have one of the best coaches in the league who, did win Coach of the Year this year. And they're very underrated defensively, and they play so well as a team. Their team chemistry is nuts. So I think it's going to be a great series. It's going to be an exciting series, but I think Golden State is going to take this one in 6 again, and they're going to see a little back-to-back from my man Chef Curry. So yeah, y'all just keep on the lookout for that. That's it for today's episode. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything you want to ask me or anything you want me to bring up on my next show, feel free to put those in the comments below. But until next time, I'm your host Josh Riley, and today I leave you with Today's Funny.
Has anyone noticed that Chris Paul has Michael Jackson's original nose?
Remember when Kobe Bryant used to dunk and it wasn't a surprise? Now every time he dunks, it's a big deal. Yeah, I remember that.
Jeremy Lin need to get the weight room. You need to get the spell check.
If anything ever happens to the guy that does the voice of Cookie Monster, I can sleep at night knowing we have Dikembe Mutombo as a backup. That's fine.